It's time for Lefties Losing It, and the celebrity class continue to make ass clowns of themselves. It really is an epidemic, and Martin Sheen seems extra keen to elevate himself to the top of the pile with this asinine contribution.
So the big guy in the White House, if he would take some personal advice, you've got to realize, sir, that you are the biggest nothing in the world. And sir, you stop there. You stop listening to all these people around you, these sycophants.
Sycophant, Martin? You mean like this loopy lady beside you, MSNBC anchor Nicole Wallace, be clowning herself, laughing along to your sad little attack? You know, it's clear listening to this rant from Martin Sheen that he should never, ever speak in public without the aid of scriptwriters. He was quite erudite when he was playing the US president in the West Wing, but left to his own devices and meagre brain power, he comes out with this.
Who are encouraging you to be your non-human self. Get in touch with that humanity. Stop fussing with your hair. And don't worry about your tie. And stand up straight and speak clearly, not from your throat. Speak from your heart. And start being human. That's what you were made for, not golf. So there you are, Mr. President, with all due respect, sir.
Listen to Nicole Wallace cackle like some deranged witch there. So Trump is not human and he should stop playing golf. Profound words there from Martin Sheen. No wonder the MSNBC anchor was beside herself with excitement. I mean, imagine how fringe-dwelling left you have become when TDS sufferer Charlemagne is calling you out.
I'll never forget when MSNBC did that to me. MSNBC said I was repeating MAGA messaging. I was like, damn, that means that y'all really are not paying attention to your constituents.
Now to another once great of Hollywood who has shown himself to be a seriously unwell individual in need of some professional help. Here is Robert De Niro losing the plot again and calling a proud Jewish man a Nazi, among other things.
He will not. We see it all the time. He will not want to leave. He set it up with his. I guess he's the Goebbels of the cabinet. Stephen Miller. He's a Nazi. Yes, he is, and he's Jewish, and he should be ashamed of himself.
The only one who should be ashamed of himself is you, Robert De Niro, but you are so utterly broken and bitter and so full of hate and bile that you have lost sight of just how deranged you have become. It really is rather sad. Talking about sad, let's check in with actress and alleged comedian Margaret Cho, who had this to say about best-selling author J.K. Rowling.
Shut up, J.K. Rowling. Shut up. You're a joke. That's why your name is J.K., because you are a joke. Your anti-trans rhetoric makes me sick. You are despicable. I hope that when you face menopause, you have to take a lot of gender-affirming care, as I do. And when you're taking these hormones, they make your pubes grow out so thick and hard, it's like steel wool.
Gosh, where does one start there? I think you should keep details of your private issues to yourself, Margaret. Don't think that is a widespread problem. And J.K. Rowling is 60 years old. She probably has already gone through menopause. And good of you to mention menopause. You know who doesn't go through that? Men pretending to be women, because they're still men. Now, just when you think the leftist mainstream media cannot sink any lower, along comes MSNBC. Listen to this vile, vile woman claim that J.D. Vance doesn't really love or protect his own family, his own wife and children.
He is married to a woman of Indian descent.
Yes.
He has mixed race children.
Yes.
So to all of the MAGA voters out there, if this man will not defend his wife and will not defend his kids, do you think he gives a crap about you or anything to do with you?
That was the contemptible Jennifer Welch on the lunatic asylum masquerading as a news network, MSNBC. And Welch, what an awful name that is. Well, she had more to say about race. Listen to this diatribe.
I'm a white woman that has lived in a red state my entire life. And I can tell you, when I'm around white people, they test the racist water. They test it on people like you all. all the time, and they'll try to say off-color things. I put my hand up. It absolutely happens, and you're fortunate that maybe you haven't experienced this.
And it's time for a CNN trigger warning, because they again had some sobering news for their permanently outraged audience. The Schumer shutdown is not hurting Donald Trump. Take it away, Harry.
In 2018/2019, Donald Trump's net approval rating was already falling. The shutdown was eating into his popular support. It was down 3 points already at this particular point and would fall considerably more. It was very much on the decline. You come over to this side of the screen, this shutdown hasn't eaten into Donald Trump's support at all. His net approval rating is actually up a point in terms of his popular support. So the bottom line is this: the first shutdown during Trump's first term, 2018-2019, was hurting Donald Trump. This one is not hurting him at all.
No, the shutdown is not hurting the president in the polls, and that's because most people don't blame him for the shutdown, despite the best efforts of the media.
Blame Trump for the shutdown a great deal. In 2018/2019, 61%, more than 3 in 5 Americans, blame Trump a great deal for that particular shutdown. You come over to this side of the screen, look at this. It's a different world. It's a different world. 48% of Americans blame Trump a great deal for this particular shutdown. So it's more than 3 in 5 back in 2018/2019. It's less than half, a drop of 13 points. Again, it's no real wonder that Donald Trump, at this point, looking at the shutdown, says, you know what, it's not actually harming me politically, in large part because he's getting less of the blame.
Let's bring in political advisor and commentator CJ Pearson. CJ, the shutdown in term 2 is being seen differently by voters, but then again, so much of this second term is dramatically different to what we saw in term 1.
You know, you're exactly right. And the American people are seeing through the BS the Democrats are spewing. They know that Chuck Schumer and his colleagues own this shutdown. They know that the reason that our military service members are not getting paid is because of Chuck Schumer and the Democrat Party being held hostage by the progressive left wing. President Trump has done everything he can do to reopen this government. There have been vote after vote in the United States Senate to reopen this government, to fully fund its programs, to fully fund the men and women who work in our federal government, many of them public servants, and the Democrats have stood in the way of that. So no, the American people are smarter than the Democrats believe them to be, and they know that this is a Democrat shutdown, and President Trump has nothing to do with it.